Today, we're diving into the unbelievable story of IShowSpeed, the streamer who went from playing games in his bedroom with barely any viewers to one of the most explosive, unpredictable, and talked about entertainers in the world. But Speed's story isn't simple. It's full of highs and lows, fame and controversy, laughter and chaos. Because behind all the barking, screaming, and wild moments is a kid who turned his passion into global superstardom. So how did Darren Watkins Jr., a teenager from Cincinnati, Ohio, rise to become the face of a new generation of streamers? Let's find out. Darren Watkins Jr., better known as IShowSpeed, was born on January 21, 2005 in Cincinnati, Ohio. He grew up like many kids his age, school during the day, video games at night. But even at a young age, Darren was different. He was loud, full of energy, and never afraid to put himself out there. In 2016, Darren decided to start a YouTube channel. Like most kids, he uploaded random gameplay clips, never expecting anything big. His early videos barely got views, but he didn't quit. Around 2019, Speed began streaming more seriously, playing NBA 2K and Fortnite. At first, only a handful of people tuned in, but slowly, his personality started to shine through. Think about it. Plenty of people stream NBA 2K, but Speed wasn't just playing the game. He was yelling, raging, joking, and reacting in a way no one else did. And little by little, people started sticking around. Would you keep grinding if almost nobody was watching? Speed did. By 2020, Speed's channel was starting to catch fire. His intense personality, over-the-top reactions, and constant shouting created a viewing experience you simply couldn't ignore. And then came 2021. This was the year IShowSpeed exploded. Clips of him barking like a dog, raging at NBA 2K, or losing his mind during scary games went viral on TikTok and Twitter. Suddenly, people who had never even heard of him were sharing his clips everywhere. Speed wasn't just a streamer anymore. He became a meme. But here's the thing. He leaned into it. Instead of toning it down, he doubled down. He screamed louder, danced crazier, and created moments that were impossible to forget. By mid-2021, his YouTube channel skyrocketed from a few 100,000 subs to millions in just a matter of months. It was one of the fastest rises in YouTube streaming history. So what made IShowSpeed different? He wasn't polished. He wasn't careful. He wasn't family-friendly. He was raw, chaotic, and unpredictable. Watching Speed meant you never knew what was going to happen next. Would he rage? Would he scream? Would he set off fireworks in his room? This chaos was magnetic. Kids, teens, even adults tuned in not just for the games, but for the experience of Speed. And while some called him too much, millions more couldn't get enough. Speed wasn't just a streamer. He became a musician too. In 2021, he dropped a song called Shake, which instantly went viral. It wasn't polished like a mainstream hit, but it didn't need to be. His fans loved it. Then came Ronaldo Sui, his tribute to his idol, Cristiano Ronaldo. The song became a worldwide anthem, especially among football fans. Think about this. A teenage streamer from Ohio made a meme song about Ronaldo, and suddenly football stadiums around the world were echoing with the words Sui. This was more than internet fame. This was global culture shifting. But with Speed's rise came major controversies. Speed was banned from platforms like Twitch after making inappropriate comments during live streams. He faced criticism for his outbursts, wild antics, and sometimes crossing the line. Some said he was too reckless. Others worried about the influence he had on younger fans. There were viral incidents, moments where his temper, his words, or his pranks landed him in trouble. Each time, debates erupted. Was Speed just being Speed, or was he going too far? But here's the thing. Every controversy only seemed to make him more famous. Because love him or hate him, everyone was talking about him. And in the world of streaming, attention is everything. For Speed, there was one dream above all others, meeting his idol, Cristiano Ronaldo. For years, he screamed Ronaldo's name, barked about him on stream, and built his whole identity around being his biggest fan. And then, in 2023, it finally happened. IShowSpeed met Ronaldo in person. The clip went viral instantly. You could see the pure joy, the disbelief, the tears in Speed's eyes. For a kid who started streaming from his bedroom, this was the ultimate full-circle moment. And fans loved it, not because of the meme, but because it was real. For once, behind the chaos, you saw Darren. This is the part people often forget. Behind the barking, behind the screaming, behind the madness, Speed is still a teenager. A young guy figuring out life, fame, and growing up all in front of millions of people. He's dealt with criticism, mistakes, and the pressure of living under the internet's microscope. But he's also created joy for millions, made people laugh when they needed it, and built one of the fastest growing fan bases in the world. Would you be able to handle that at just 18 years old? And that's the story of IShowSpeed, from a kid in Cincinnati uploading random gameplay to a global superstar, meme king, musician, and one of the most influential streamers alive today. His journey proves that in the digital age, raw energy, authenticity, and personality can change everything. But Speed's story isn't over. If anything, it's just getting started. So the question is, what's next? More streaming? More music? More wild antics? Or something we can't even imagine yet? Now I want to hear from you. What do you think is IShowSpeed's most iconic moment? Meeting Ronaldo? Barking at strangers? Or maybe his viral music? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell, because this is just the beginning.